Summer of 2012. I was 21 and I spent a month in Tokyo after studying Japanese for a year at my local university. This is still, up until now, the best trip of my entire life. I had cameras before this, I loved photography, I wanted to put some videos on YouTube, so I bought my first DSLR camera a few months before this trip. It was a Nikon D5100, and the results were just so bad. At that time, I put some of the photos on Flickr. I started to edit the videos, and I put maybe 2 or 3 on YouTube. It was really bad. I then deleted them. So I'm just a bit annoyed that I didn't really share anything about this wonderful trip. I've always wanted to go back at some point, but I need to have both time and money, and honestly, a part of me is a bit afraid of going back, because tourism has exploded since then. So as time went by, I've really wanted more and more to take a trip down memory lane, and to do something with all this footage. So I'm going to use my old photos and videos, but also the notes I took in 2012, as well as Google Maps, in order to tell you that story. Tokyo 2012, Part 1. At the time, I wrote all my notes in French in my notebook. That was just personal notes, even though they are just very factual, it's not really a diary. 26 juillet 2012. Départ de Marignane 7h10, arrivée Paris-Charles de Gaulle 8h50, gros run, départ de Paris-Charles de Gaulle à environ 9h45, arrivée à Moscou 15h10 heure locale. Départ de Moscou, environ 20h. Oh dear God. I had the most terrible haircut. I don't know what I was trying to do. I still have that hoodie, by the way. By the way, I think that was my first time, and maybe last time actually, on such a big plane. 27 juillet 2012. Arrivée à Narita à 10h40. 11h39. Train Keisei Skyliner jusqu'à Ueno Station. Do you know what we are going to do? So we are going to have a little bit of fun on Google Maps. So Narita International Airport there. Environ 13h, au bureau de Sakura House, à Shinjuku. Environ 15h, fini, à la recherche de Kosuge et Kosuge Station. Now in Tokyo, I want. So I took the metro from Ueno Station to Shinjuku Station, then from Shinjuku Station to Kosuge Station. I remember that I was a little bit outside. Oh, that's actually super far away from the city center. Yeah, I remember walking a lot from there to the house because that must have been the most convenient station for me. Alors, je viens d'arriver à la station de Kosuge. J'ai passé 3 heures à la chercher. Là, c'est le quartier où j'habite. Je suis censée habiter, où il faut que je trouve ma maison. I sounded like so annoyed, like I was in Japan. And I sounded so annoyed, like how freaking... yeah, I think I was just like super tired at that point. So when I said that the photos and videos were terrible, This is mostly what I mean. First, I didn't take as many photos and videos as I do now, so less choice, less angles and stuff like this. And on top of that, that camera had no stabilization, and I filmed a lot of things while walking or like moving and things like this, so it's really shaky. And very often I want to show the street, I want to show my surroundings, but instead of just leaving the camera for a few seconds and having a fixed frame, I'm just trying to walk or to move it around, and it's really bad. So that's just going to be super shaky, I think. Yeah, vending machines, yeah. But so shaky, so shaky. And I think it's just going to be like this. Yeah, the last one is I'm in the room. But second one, this one also super shaky. I didn't really know anything about the yeah, you see that's just really bad. At that time, I think I was getting a bit overwhelmed by everything. So like, instead of just taking the time to just stop for a moment, take a photo, take the video, and then go on again, I was exhausted. I had a big bag, I had a big piece of luggage, and I was just trying to hold the camera and point it at things while I was walking. So really bad. And I think that's going to be like this. Really shaky. The rest of the footage just shaky, shaky, shaky.
Et en plus, il y a de l'humidité, ça arrange pas. On est tout le temps tout trempé, c'est super.
Why was I complaining so much? My god. I was in Japan for the first time ever, and I'm so complaining. I think from what I remember from this trip, it is my best trip ever. But I still remember being overwhelmed, not just by the cultural difference, but because I also felt very lonely. There wasn't a lot of gaijin or foreigners at that time. So it's kind of like emotionally, I was both like really up and really down at the same time. So that was a lot emotionally. We are going to try to walk from Kosuge Station to the house without the shakiness this time. Image capture October 2016. So we have a lot of vending machines there. Fantastic. Fantastic. And Kosuge Station there. More vending machines. I think that was the store I went to most of the time, either this one or a 7-Eleven that was also close to the house. But I kind of remember going to this one more, it was bigger. Right, and how do you call this? It's because that was like a road on top of there, like a highway or something. Alright, so anyway, walking down this way. So that's a road there. That's a road on top on this bridge. And there you see this green bank. You can just walk there. And behind it, that's the river. That's actually, that was a really pretty walk. And we will see that in a video in the future. That's images from August 2022. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly up till where I had to walk. I had to walk straight ahead for a good bit. More vending machines everywhere. Cute little houses everywhere. Look at that. I would say that is soon because we're arriving at the end, at the curve. Oh, I remember that church. Look, remember that. I think that's a church. Vending machine there again. So that should be soon after. I think I remember that. God damn it. Where? I would say there. I kind of remember some little like shops, like food shops there. That looks like it's not there. Vending machines everywhere in the streets. That is wonderful. Lot of like, ooh. Wait. That remind me something. Is that freaking possible? Yes, that's there. That's in this little cul-de-sac thing, but which one was it? I would say it was that one, but I'm not entirely sure. Environ 17h, trouver la maison dans Kosuge. Sakura House, Kosuge. Fuck it, I'm really good at that. Oh shit, I found it. I had there some documents. I had like plans and everything. Wait, hold on. It was 2012. I had these things. I had them printed, like the maps and stuff. So I had downloaded the maps. Yeah, I had my little program, everything I had written and printed and everything. Right. So that's the screenshots I had. That's this house. Yeah, that's the one. Douche, rangement. 19h. Balade. Achat au 7-Eleven. Repas. So I'm here in this house. We are now sure of this. So then I went out again to the 7-Eleven to get some food. Let's see if I can find it on the map, if it's still there. So as you may know, the little shops like this are most commonly called konbinis. There is one. I really recommend if you're hesitant about going to Japan and that you can actually afford it financially, just go. Like, even if you feel that you've watched so much content about Japan, like, it is going to be different once you're there. Little park. I don't really remember this little park. Nice little park. Yay, 7-Eleven. That's a tiny one. Yeah, so then I went to this 7-Eleven. Yeah. Can't hear a thing. I didn't have a microphone too at that time. Just had the camera. I didn't have a tripod either, I think. That looks really yummy, that drink. I don't remember it, but nice. Not even in focus. My god, that was really bad videos. Oh. Environ 22h, dodo. If you're watching this video right now, you probably are really interested in Japanese culture. Maybe you have been to Japan or you want to go in the future. I don't know how to tell you this. Like, I'm just getting really emotional just rewatching those photos and videos. Basically, what I want to say is that there is literally nothing that replaces being there, whether it's Japan or anywhere else, basically. It might sound counterproductive because you're watching my video and I would be happy if you want to watch more of my videos in the future. But your experiences are going to be different from my experiences or the experiences of anyone else. There's also like the photos and videos are great, but there's nothing also that replaces how it makes you feel when you're there. Again, Japan or anywhere else. I understand that it's not possible to just travel as much as we want, both financially and in terms of time. But I would say that a good way to sort of immerse yourself in the culture if you can't travel and without watching like YouTube all day long would be language and food. So if you learn the language, first you get closer to how people think. And then you have access to everything that the people from one country actually watch and listen to and read. So that's fantastic because you can get actually to that information yourself instead of having someone else on YouTube sort of be a barrier between you and that country. And then food, because just food is fantastic. I've actually like pulled out the little calpis for today. I want to have a sip of that because I just remember drinking so much calpis when I was in Japan. And yeah, that's a good way to stay motivated to learn the language and to one day go there. I'm just really happy that I've decided to watch those videos again. That kind of makes me want to actually go back to studying Japanese, like pretty seriously. That definitely makes me want to go back to Japan, that's for sure. I hope that you enjoyed this video because that's basically just a little introduction to more videos about Japan from 2012 and sort of a way for me to think about going back to Japan at some point in the near future. So thank you for watching. I will see you very soon in another video, maybe about Japan. Bye!